Hi Taurus, my name is Violet Twilight. Thank you for joining me for your general tarot messages for guidance for the weeks of April 1st through April 14th, these first 2 weeks of April. This reading is going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If this does not resonate with you as a Taurus Sun, please check your Moon and Rising sign. Can also be good for people cross-watching for Taurus. If you do not know your moon or rising sign, you can find that out by going to Google, typing in calculate my rising sign, and clicking on any of the links. There are a lot of sites that have very good information and calculators that will figure it out for you. I know that Astro Sofa, I'm not sponsored by them, but they are a very good website to find that information out. All you need to know is your time of birth, your place of birth, and of course your date of birth. Yeah, so let's get going. I'm going to start by pulling a card from this oracle deck here that I have. This is the Precious Gem Oracle deck that I have picked out for this specific reading, and it's just going to let us know the general energy surrounding you for this coming 2 weeks here, okay? So I've already shuffled this a bunch of times, so let's see what we have here. Diamond Illumination. So this is card number 11, which is a master number, Taurus. That is really awesome. That's great. That's very good. This is a very, very good card. It has to do with things coming to light, with you ascending to higher planes. If you are someone who is developing their psychic abilities, or who is having psychic visions or auditory, any sort of intuition based or psychic feelings that you're having, those are not imaginary. That's real. This card is confirming that for you, okay? That spirit is with you, working very closely with you to develop your psychic ability, help you ascend, and to also bring things to light, even if you're not experiencing any sort of psychic awakening. This card is talking about bringing things to light that may have been hidden before, okay? This is about you finding out things about yourself and others, okay? So let's go ahead and move right into these tarot cards. I'm going to be pulling 3 cards for each week, so for a total of 6 cards. Unless, of course, any cards come flying out, in which case I will take those into consideration for your reading as well. For this part of the reading, I will be using Lana, pardon me. Lana, oh, I think I have a card that's face up in here. Oh, this is, these cards are from my Tarot of a Moon Garden deck. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. This is Lana Zellner's Lana Zellner's 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot deck. And it is very beautifully illustrated. She spent a couple of years working on this. The book that comes with it talks all about her journey of painting each of these beautiful cards and all of the energy that she put into it. We'll do 2 more of those big ones. Two more big shuffles for Taurus. 1 more big shuffle for Taurus. Oh, can I cut it where I want to? Yes. Okay. I'm sorry for the extensive intro here. I just want to make sure that we have, wow, a good shuffle going on. Okay. I didn't really have too many cards fly out for too many other signs, so there must be, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna take all of these. So there must be some intense energy surrounding you, Taurus, right now. You Taurans. my gosh, that's too many cards. All right. Oh. Okay. So let's get some light in here. All right, Taurus. There is something happening here where there is a ton of air energy, okay, coming in here. A whole bunch of air energy just flew out. I have the Two of Swords here, the Nine of Swords here, and the Queen of Swords here. And with all these three cards together, this is a little bit more of a heavier energy. It's not a very light energy, I wouldn't say, okay? You could be dealing with a lot of air signs, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, or you could have a lot of air in your chart, okay? So let's take a look. These are just the cards that popped out, so I'll go ahead and sit them over here, and we will take these into consideration with the rest of the reading. Now let's pull the cards here. We have the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Sun. This is interesting. For next week, we have the Five of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Death card. So, and on the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. So these cards that popped out, to me, these are really telling me what's going on inside right now, inside of you. To me right now, what's happening, these cards that popped out are more internal, and this is just how I'm reading it, okay? If this doesn't resonate with you, don't take it, okay? Or if you are interpreting the cards differently than I am, go ahead and take what they mean to you, okay? But this is what I'm getting. This is your internal energy right now. This is your external energy right now, what's surrounding you. So right now, what's surrounding you is goodness. There is a lot of positive emotion around you. You may be dealing with a lot of water signs as well. There's a ton of positive emotional water energy coming in around you. There is a good, hopeful outlook, a lot of bright, good energy here. Love, happiness, positivity surrounding you, but inside you're feeling anxiety. You're feeling like you need to make a choice. You're feeling very, you're feeling kind of tired, like worn down almost in a certain way possibly because of this choice. There's anxiety here and you feel like you might have to cut something out. I think this is what this illumination card is about. Something is coming to light here, okay? Something is coming to light. And even though there's a lot of positivity surrounding you in this first part of April, this is directed toward the first week of April. Even though there's a lot of positivity surrounding you, there's also some serious heaviness, heavy energy, choices that need to be made. This is very cold energy versus this super warm energy. So there is a conflict here. And this Two of Swords is telling me about this conflict, that you need to make a choice because something is holding you down. Something is making you feel very anxious. Okay, Taurus? And it could be involving love. And not even just romantic love, but different relationships in your life it could be involving, okay? With friends or family. Now, in the second week here, I'm seeing things that are more akin to these cards, that are more similar to this. The Five of Wands represents battles or combative energy. This could also even represent jealousy or competition. For example, if someone that you are interested in is interested in you and someone else, you know, that's a sort of competition right there. And that goes right in hand with this love card, this Ace of Cups and this Queen of Cups kind of thing. But see, the Queen of Cups is emotionally stable. The Ace of Cups is an outpouring of love, emotion, and beauty and happiness, okay? So that's kind of in being juxtaposed with this. That's not really what this is about. This is more intense, usually more negative, more combative energy, which is not what you want, Taurus. That's not what you want. And this is what's happening. And that makes sense with this Nine of Swords energy here. The High Priestess and the Death card coming out as your last two cards are telling me yet again here with this Two of Swords, which also has to do with your intuition, that you really need to look inside, okay? This illumination is here for a reason. This is also about your intuition and trusting yourself, okay, to receive answers. So these answers are inside of you. All you have to do is reflect and meditate on them, okay? Move away from this combative energy, because that's going to keep you from actually finding out what you need to know in order to move forward and reach this death energy, which is, you know, ultimate change. And this death energy, you know, it is painful. This change can be painful, and it looks like it might be, because it looks like you're fighting. It looks like you're resting in an anxious energy, and you know the Queen is looking right at this. You see it. You can see it in yourself. You can feel it in yourself, and you know you need to stop it. You know you need to do something to cut it out. You know you need to make a change in your life, or make a change in your love situation, or a change in your friend groups. You have to make a choice, Taurus. There's a choice that needs to be made in order to maintain this outward happiness and bring it inward. That's what I'm feeling. And you're going to be able to use your intuition to make that happen, okay? But you're really going to have to tap into it and really believe that you will receive this illumination from Spirit, which you will. So let's go ahead and get some advice cards here from the Divine Energy Oracle by Sonia Choquette. And I'm going to pull 3 of these. There's a lot of positivity here, but there's also something that is really keeping you held back. And I believe that it's something internal. I really do. I really do. You really are going to have to look inside to achieve this balance and harmony that you really want and maintain this energy of the sun. You're going to have to make a change with this Death card, Taurus. And that's coming in the first half of April. Okay? And it's probably going to be hard. There's going to be some battles that you have to fight with this Five of Swords here. But it is possible to do it if you trust yourself and you take a leap. Let's see what these advice cards have to say. Okay. Whoops. Whoa, okay. Let me try to cut that again. Put that there and this here. Let's see. So we have make a plan, begin to explore, and do something different. With grieve your losses on the bottom, which has to do with the Death card. You see on the Death card, and this doesn't have to do with actual physical death, okay? But when we lose something, when something dies, when we end a cycle, we have to grieve it in order to move on. And you see how she has a tear coming down? The sun is setting, okay? To rise on a new day, new beginning, okay? She's sad that she has to let something go. But when that new day dawns, she's going to be fine. She's going to have grieved her losses and is ready to move on, okay? So whatever you have to let go of, whatever you have to cut out, whatever change you have to make, you have to do it and you have to grieve it and move forward, okay? So this make a plan card, I think that's really good advice, because this is talking about how you need to structure your life in order to move this scattered energy, okay? Because even though on the outside everything seems positive, if on the inside nothing is right, then this positivity doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean much if you're not using it to change what's happening inside. So you need to make a plan to bring more positivity into your life and to close out whatever cycle is keeping you held back, okay? This begin to explore. Exploring yourself, okay? With this illumination card, that goes hand in hand with this illumination card. Exploring your inner self, okay? And exploring your surroundings. Thinking about, you know, maybe if you have the opportunity and the capability, maybe moving somewhere new, maybe trying something different, exploring new cuisines, exploring maybe new career opportunities, exploring anything. You know, there's so much world out there and we limit ourselves so much, and there's so much positivity. And when we start learning new things, a lot of times when we start learning new positive things, a lot of times it brings more sun into our lives. It brings more love and happiness into our lives, and we're able to share with other people, you know? We're able to be this queen, this emotionally stable queen who leads and who loves, okay? When we begin to explore ourselves, when we begin to explore other people and begin to explore the world around us, okay? Do something different. Begin to explore. Exploring usually has to do with doing something different. It has to do with not even necessarily adventuring, but being adventurous, being exploratory, being ready to try something new, being ready to make a change, even if it's just changing your hair, or maybe, you know, if you have the opportunity, go out and buy a new outfit or a new pair of shoes or something. Switch it up a little bit. Add some freshness into your life to make yourself happy, okay? And it doesn't even necessarily have to be a material thing. You can start meditating. You can start listening to a different kind of music. Doing something different brings sort of rejuvenation into your life and allows for more positivity. It allows for you to expand. It allows for you to discover more about yourself and to illuminate these aspects of yourself that may have been hidden before, okay? So now I'm just going to pull one last card. This is from The Language of Flowers by Cheralyn Darcey, and it's just support, okay? It's just a support card. Some of them have a little more advice on them, and I really love them. They're very beautiful, and they're so tiny and cute, and they come in this little magnetic box. I love them. Oh, look at that. One just flipped out for you, Taurus. All right, Taurus. Stephanotis? I've never heard of this flower, but I feel like I've seen it. I work with flowers. I used to work with flowers a lot. Now I just work with them sometimes, but I feel like I've seen this. Cooperation. Take the hand offered or ask, okay? If you need help, Taurus, if you need help making a plan, if you need help thinking of doing something different, exploring, if you need help manifesting all of this positivity that's around you and bringing it inside of you, if you need help even closing out a cycle, there are people around who will help you. And if there are not people around, Spirit is there to help you. Do not be afraid to ask Spirit for help. Do not be afraid to take time for yourself and use all of these amazing intellectual capabilities that come with the sword cards. All of these deep intellectual abilities you have, all of this intuition that you have, do not be afraid to look there for answers, okay? The answers are right inside you, okay? All right, Taurus, everything is going to be fine, you know? This is not bad because there's so much positivity surrounding you. You just have to bring it inside of yourself, okay? All right, Taurus, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a wonderful evening, and until later. Bye-bye now.